And we're back. All right, so we've finished our downtime, which means that we can start another score if we want to do that. Because we're all set up.
I'd like to start with a little bit of free play, I think.
Let's do that.
Because I would like to know what I was thinking during the break is that my 2 downtime actions, the order that I did them in, I actually think I might have done them the opposite way, in that I would have gone to Stev, had that conversation, done all those things, and then gone back to base, taken a bunch of hallucinogens and beaten up a pillow.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I think I would have done it more in that way. Had my trauma kind of happen while I was at Stev's and then come back and kind of have a bit of a moment, which means that I don't know where we're going to kind of meet each other again, but I was wondering, am I still in that state when you come back to the lair, when you're returning from all of the things you're doing? What the kind of...
I mean, one of you isn't returning to the lair, so...
Well, yes, but yeah, I'm just wondering kind of how those interactions would take place, and I was just interested enough in that I would like to play that
scene.
Do you want Corin to be helping you with your training?
So I was thinking that I would be doing things that you taught me previously. So it might be one of the first times that I'm like teaching myself or like practicing some of the skills that you taught me, but doing it in a really not particularly safe manner. That was kind of where I was at.
Yep. Yeah, so you're probably doing that while I'm out roughing people up and getting them to spread lies for us.
Probably, yeah. So I was just not sure what would be happening if you return and suddenly I am, in an interesting state and beating up pillows.
I like the idea that you get back, right, and you see Nightfall in this state, and then you like go into the next room and like Tasselin is there being like, what's going on in there, right? Like...
No, you totally go into the other room and it's like Adi and Tasselin doing something really mundane, and Adi's like, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tasselin's asking Adi about herbs and how to mix them together. Yeah, right.
But yeah, what's Corin doing about like, because like in my head, like Nightfall is like pallid and sweaty and like hair stuck to your face and like wild-eyed.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Corin's just gonna back away. It's just gonna back away slowly. It doesn't feel like this is something that he needs to get in front of her with. He's kind of scared of her at this point.
Cool. Interesting.
So yeah. So I think he's just gonna let her do her thing and give her the space.
Yeah.
She's not in the mood to receive pointers about stabbing people.
Yeah, I like the idea of like she's actually kind of dangerous at the moment as well because she's not well trained and she's being unpredictable.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Taking a knife out of the hand of someone who's high.
Alana, what happened when you trained? Does that just give you a pip?
Yeah, it gave me a pip in prowess.
Okay. Yep, all right. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit better at the stabbing of the things now.
Not like a lot, because you weren't actually doing a very good job of it. You were high.
But a little bit better. Cool.
Yeah, I'm interested to know like, how do we meet Luke's new character? Do we meet them?
Yeah.
Have we already known them?
I think Luke has a plan.
Yeah, so I figure that like one or another of the characters, like already knows them. I don't think we've seen them on screen yet.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And I think the most obvious candidates are probably Nightfall or Corin.
Okay.
They're both in
can we get a little
criminal and violent?
So let's find who's your character, Luke.
Yeah, let me tell you all
it.
about my new character. My new character is Strangford Haig, the daughter of Lord Strangford and some like random poor woman. of Crowsfoot. Her heritage is Akaros, founding family of Duskval. Her background is military, abandoned noble bastard, fighting instructor for more noble scions. So, like, Strangford gave her a job teaching, like, actual noble brats how to fight. Like, to add insult to injury over the whole affair.
Mm-hmm.
She's got Hunt, Survey, Prowl, Skirmish, and Command.
Awesome.
The ability, I took Veteran as my first advance, and I'm not to be trifled with.
Oh, no!
My deadly friends are Melva, a Physica, who is my good contact, who is a noble's bastard, just like me. And Velarus, a spy, Strangford's little pet.
Oh, I love it.
I have a pet, because I'm the Hound. My pet is Needle. And Needle is a creature that exists somewhere between a venomous snake and an eel.
Yep.
But, like, lives, like, in the air, who normally is, like, coiled away somewhere in my clothing, ready to fuck people up. And Needle is fearsome and savage.
Okay.
And my vice is faith. I am a cultist of the forgotten god, the Lady of Thorns.
Oh, good.
And the way I do my vice is I acquire objects attuned by mystical events, which is my act of worship to her. I'm a woman. My look is bony, fierce, and twitchy. I have a suit and tie, suspenders, and a long coat.
Amazing.
So
I love
happy.
it.
So, like, I'm low-key picturing anyone out here who watched anyone play or has played God of War 3, I'm low-key picturing the, like, hillbilly aesthetic that Boulder had going in that. That's what I'm picturing. But a lady.
Cool. Awesome.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
a couple of options.
Yeah. There is options there.
Yep.
Do you want to morph my contact of Mercy into Thistle?
I think we've seen Mercy on.
Yeah, and it makes more sense to keep them distinct because otherwise, like, it's
I agree.
mechanically disadvantaging you.
Okay.
Like, in the same way that, like, I was at first, I saw, like, Melva, a Physica, and I was tempted. I was like, ooh, that could be a D. But then I was like, no. Because then we have less NPCs to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
The one thing I can imagine is that I met you in a bar.
Yeah.
Late night.
Yeah, like, that's the kind of weird person I would be interested in. So whether
exactly,
that be
right? Like,
someone I talk to or someone
we may have hooked up once or twice. Who knows?
Yeah, I would be fine with that being.
Feel free to ask us about it, and I will break your nose. This is not your fucking business.
Yeah, totally. I'm very okay with that being the in. If you are.
The other option that
I'm very down to that.
Was that he's a noble and so am I, and maybe we know each other through noble circuits.
So
she was hired at the.
Why not both?
She was. I mean, that's
that could be very interesting.
That I like that because then it's like, well, we both know this person. Like, we may as well make use of them.
Yeah. So she was hired at the embassy to, like, teach the kid of the ambassador, like, how to do
100%
self-defense or something.
I can just
Tasselin
imagine.
knows her too.
Yeah.
I could just imagine the two of you being like, "Oh, we know this chick," and then bringing her in, and the two of us being like, "Yeah, I've never met you."
Yeah. Tasselin is already afraid.
Tasselin and I get along. He's a good kid.
He tries his
That's
best
what you
at
think.
he tries his best at the sword fighting lessons. He just happens to be shit at it.
Yeah. And, like, his dad is really insistent on the sword fighting lessons, but I was just like, look, kid, fuck it. Like, fuck the sword fighting. Here, I'm going to teach you how to knee someone in the groin. I'm going to teach you how to put your thumbs in someone's eye sockets. Like, sword fighting's not for you. It's fine. We'll figure out something else.
I love that.
love
Just
it.
like, here, let me teach you some practical skills.
Exactly. Fuck sword fighting.
All right.
But
so
that's my new character.
when
Yeah, I'm into that.
do we just, like, for the next score, we just pull you in? Is that like like you just a ring in for the score?
I mean, if we do a Tasselin's related job, like actually smuggling Tasselin out.
Yeah, then it could be like via like Mercy brings me in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, Ash, it says like the next few weeks, so like I feel like the game intends us to like it could be just the next score, it could be the next couple of scores.
Yeah,
like,
that's my thought as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'll see how the character plays and I'll make a call.
Yep. This is a really obvious. I really like the lost mechanic because it really reinforces the way that like the game tells you to
The crew is the main character.
the crew is the main character, and that like characters are kind of disposable in a certain way. But yeah, I'm happy to like do a little bit of free play and then wrap it up for the night if people want to do that, because we're getting kind of close to time. Are there any particular scenes? Like, do we want to do the scene of you showing up, or?
I'm thinking that might be a good way to go. Like, figure out how we.
Yeah, how do I show up?
Who calls you in?
I don't know.
Who is it that is like, hey, we could probably use a such and such? I mean, like, it makes sense to be like, hey, we could use this person's skills, considering we just picked up billhooks as a connection. Because they're a lot more rough and tumble than you're used to.
Or even like, there is a version of this that I think is quite sweet, where Taskelin,
yes,
like writes a letter, pays a street urchin to like smuggle it out.
I'm also imagining.
Help! I'm trapped in a tower.
Yeah, Mercy left me with these people. I'm not sure they know what they're doing. Please help.
I'm also imagining Corin potentially reaching out to somebody who's a little better at attacking from a distance, because the whole melee combat thing is starting to be a bit dangerous.
Yep.
Oh, let's do Tasselin
that is
calling
adorable.
you, and then when you get to the door, like to the location, it's like it's nightfall that opens the door.
Yeah,
you're like,
you get to the door and it's the Adelaide effect, right? Like,
yes, yeah. So I think we just cut in on like the inside of the tower and just like knock on the outside of the door.
Yeah, and I can just imagine I'm opening the door and I still have one of the daggers in my hand and wild eyes, and I open the door and I see you and I'm like, huh.
Why am I picturing you being in like a like a night robe or something, like a dressing gown? Yeah.
No way. As if she wears a dressing
gown.
I
think she owns a dressing gown.
What is that?
Yeah.
As if she sleeps in anything other than her day clothes. But yeah, I can just imagine her opening the door, seeing you and being like, huh. And you can just hear like, wow, this person knows where we live. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. This is the person I recognize, and I did not tell them where I live, and yet they're here. I just assume you're here for me, right? Like, I recognize your face. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and like, Thistle is wearing the Leonardo DiCaprio in that one scene in Titanic. Well, like, it's like the button up, like the suit shirt and the suspenders, and the jacket is just like on over the shoulders. It's not actually like being worn. And she's just got like her thumbs in her suspenders, and she's like, darling? And just like leans in and like kisses your cheek. And just like swaggers past.
Yeah, and then you just get like the camera shot of Nightfall standing on the doorstep, like semi-disgusted, and also just did that happen? Like...
Also, like, also your garden is full of cactuses? What?
Cass?
Yeah,
Cass, where you at, kid?
Tasselin like appears out the door and is like, has she stopped throwing? And it like, his little face lights up and he's like, careful, Nightfall was throwing knives. We made a joke. We were calling her Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Love it. Love it.
It happened more than once. Yes.
And he's like, quick, come in here. It's safer. And like he ushers you into the side room where
reaches out, like ruffles his hair and like falls.
Yeah, and like Corin, you were in that same side room with Eddie and stuff. It's like
I stand up and I sort of look in disbelief and look at Tasselin and go, "Did you do this?"
Tasselin's like, well, yeah, I just the other day, both of you said that told the other one to watch me, and then you both left?
Well,
Someone's got to keep an eye out for the kid.
nice choice. So I go up and I
She has
embrace
guns.
I embrace Thistle and say, "Welcome. Do you like tea?
Yeah, all right.
I'll go and get some tea."
And like Tasselin totally like looks at the thing. It's like, Nightfall, are you okay?
I've stopped throwing knives. I'm back upstairs and I'm just lying on the floor looking at the ceiling like there's something on the ceiling.
So, it's like, shall I? And like Tasselin like turns to the other and like, I'm gonna get her some water, and like goes off to like fetch you like a cup of water.
Yeah.
Bless.
Is Adi in the room?
Well, Adi is like, like starting to get like a little like light to put into Nightfall's eyes.
Ah, you're right. Okay.
Just to be like, dilating. Are you okay? Medically okay. I can't do much for anything else.
Yeah, so
And,
like
Adi is around, yes.
like Adi is there, like shining lights in your eyes. Tasselin's rocked up with like a glass of water and is like, you should have a drink.
I'm imagining that as she's shining lights in my eyes, I'm like trying to look past her at whatever the thing is on the ceiling. Like, you're in the way. Like,
Yeah.
Can't see.
Can
every
just,
time you do that, it's putting like dots in my eyes and stopping me from being able to see. Can you not
Yeah.
see that? Look at that.
and like and Tasselin's like, we'll get out of your way. Can you just have a drink first?
I sit up and have a drink and then lie back down and look at the ceiling.
Yeah, she's all right. She's okay.
And
Who's
Tasselin
your
goes
friend,
back down,
Tass?
like goes back downstairs and is like looks at Thistle and is like, sorry, she'll be okay.
I'm not surprised.
Have you met her before? She's not normally like this.
Yeah, and Thistle just kind of like quirks an eyebrow and is like, "You're too young."
Yeah,
And
he's like,
"Yes," and like leaves it at that.
he's like, oh, adults. And like, yeah, he's like, anyway, and like sits down with like whatever it was that he was doing with the D, and is like, I'm gonna do this because I'm like smart and stuff.
Yeah, and I think she clucks her tongue like really sharply. He's like, "No, you don't, kid. It's been what, 3 weeks? Up."
And yeah, Teslin's like, what? But we don't have any swords, so. Anyway, this is really important.
I can imagine I overhear that and I just like next second am downstairs with a sword.
I produce it
Semi-threateningly.
well.
There's that total look of like a Tasselin like being like, oh no, like just defeat, right? I'm like, fuck. Yeah, and like yeah, we totally, and he like takes up like a blade and is and like holds it and like his form is like really quite like textbook quite good. But as soon as you get into the actual movements, there's like hesitation in like every single like movement, and so there's always a moment that like anyone can strike because he telegraphs every single movement with hesitation.
I'm gonna point out that he looks super nervous and tell him that maybe some tea will help with that, and I'm gonna offer him some tea that has hallucinogens in it.
Yeah, put some mushrooms in it.
Yeah.
Spike is.
I'm gonna offer him spiked tea.
I would like to roll to notice this happening.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah.
I would survey. Survey is in fact one of my skills.
It's actually a resistance roll.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an insight. It's an insight resistance to notice something. Yeah, this is a thing that's happening, and you're countering it.
I don't want to counter it. I just want to be aware that it is happening.
Okay, I just need to read the description of the insight resistance. Give me a second. Resistance. Consequences from deception or understanding. So there's a deception happening. You're avoiding that.
Oh, I suppose the part that I disagree with is I don't think there's consequences happening because it's not coming from you.
Right.
And also, he's not necessarily trying to avoid it. He's just trying to be aware of it.
It may be a gather info. But,
Yeah,
like,
okay, all right.
consequences are specifically the result of GM, like the result of action rolls rolling forward.
Yeah, the thing is, if that's the case, then I think Alana Nightfall actually needs to roll the
Sorry.
the
So I'm rolling to
The-
make sure that it's just like that,
Like
it's
your
kind of
finesse?
ahead
That it's
as opposed to
hidden.
I'm
and then that outcome, right?
can be
positive
resisted.
Is
Yeah,
it can be resisted.
yeah. Okay.
So
that makes sense.
yeah.
What's my position and result then?
So what action is this for you? Because I can see finesse. I can also
I'm thinking finesse.
Yeah, cool. So if it's finesse, then I think that it's risky. No.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's risky.
Or is it just a fortune roll? And there's no like GM directed badness that's going to come out of this. It's just a matter of like how well is the success.
You are. Here's the thing. I think there's a genuine risk to Tassalon here,
That's fair.
right?
That is
Like,
fair.
yeah.
I'm just trying to loosen him up a little.
I'm
not
aware,
trying
and that's
to,
why
like...
I'm saying it's risky.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
But
But we
no,
are
I know. But
drugging
like,
a
I'm not
child.
trying. Totally, but
A
like he's
minor.
17. Yeah.
drugging a minor.
I feel like there's more of a risk to his ego than to like his physical
Oh
self.
yeah.
What effect?
I feel like you are too high to be making
standard.
that judgment.
That's fair. That's very fair. Sorry.
Yeah, it's standard effect.
Yeah. Cool.
And then yeah, if
That's a 3.
all right, so like this is a drink loaded with whatever it is that you've taken some of, right?
It's just mild mushrooms. It's fine.
It's fine. It definitely doesn't
Granny
like
didn't give me
it
the
definitely
good
doesn't
stuff.
become more reactive when hot. That's
No,
definitely
no,
not
no,
a
no, no,
thing.
no. Ah.
Um,
I didn't want to put so much in there that he would taste it. So like, it's not too much.
yeah, so I want to do. I'd like to do.
But
two
Nightfall, the cup is so big.
That's true.
Yeah, I would like to do two things. One of them is I would like to take Tascalin's sword away, so he can't hurt other people.
Yep.
And also, I would like to, stumblingly get in, accidentally, find myself in the way during that to slow Nightfall down on the way over, while, shooting a D the, significant glance at the cup, significant glance at the problem.
So if you want him to not drink the thing, that's deception or understanding. So that's insight.
Yep,
As
it's
a
not
resistance.
prowess because I'm physically intervening.
No, because the consequences are not physical strain or injury. They are it's not he's going to get cut or bruised. He's going to get poisoned, and the important part here is the deception.
Yep, cool, easy, works for me.
It's you noticing. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think you noticed.
I'm very insightful.
Yep. Cool. So you 100% that cup goes nowhere near the boy.
I'm then gonna drink the tea instead.
That's fine.
That's a better use of the tea anyway.
Yeah, you're a grown ass adult.
Okay, take level 2 harm.
I'm gonna resist the level 2 harm because I'm not as high as I was earlier. and
Okay,
so
cool.
fine.
Right. Okay, so it's level 2. Is level 2 harm
Poisoned?
yeah,
Hallucinating?
liver damage, poison? You are it's it's a
Poison.
poison at this when you put that much in it. So
I didn't put that much in it. I didn't want to kill the child.
I know. Yeah, I know. You were the one that made yourself high.
Well, yeah, but I did that, and now it's wearing off,
Yeah,
and now
I
I'm just
know.
making myself
It's
high again.
I know. It's
Plus you're
right.
still
Just resist it, and then
concussed.
and then you can just if you resist it, then you can just rewrite it. I'm not going to drop it down to level 1. You can just cancel it out with the resistance.
All right.
Yeah,
then
I have a
I'm going
venomous eel. I'm an expert on poisoning people.
Ooh, that's
know
what
all
Adi
about
totally wants to notice. Or
Yeah.
Adi totally knows how to what the soft spots of eels are. So I
D
think-
100% knows how to tickle an eel.
Yeah, exactly. This is something that not a lot of people know as well,
Yeah.
I think. And so Adi totally starts ooh, what's that?
Yeah, I think she's got one of those. I think she's got one of those side undercuts. So one side is super cut down, and the other is super long and drapey.
Yeah.
And the head of this weird viper eel is
Just coming out the other
sticking
side.
out through my hair, just checking out everything that's going on, tasting the air.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah.
So if I'm gonna resist that, what role is that?
That is probably a prowess.
Prowess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
this is a
Ooh.
physical injury.
And fortunately Nightfall has a Tychorosian liver.
It's true.
Maybe Taikarosi are allergic to this drug. Who knows?
I'm gonna push myself for a bonus die. Can you do that on resistance?
I can't remember.
You can. It's not super worth it.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
because
fine.
you
Because it will cost you stress to increase your chances of taking less stress.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Alright,
it's a
screw it.
counter-
Let's go. 4-6 was fine.
no stress, no poisoning.
Marvelous.
You're just gonna
Just
like
high as a kite.
you're gonna just peak again, right? You're coming down,
Excellent.
and then we go up to a new heights.
Cool.
New
I'm gonna
yeah.
go back upstairs and continue stabbing the pillows.
Sounds dangerous, but okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think
Meanwhile,
my
downstairs-
eel.
yeah.
Adi.
Yeah. What's this little guy's name?
You know that horrible face that, like, is it a conger eel or a moray eel that I'm giving him a name?
A moray eel.
Yeah.
I need to do some-
moray eel.
Yeah,
Eel.
they're awful.
It might be the wrong kind of awful for the kind I'm thinking of, though. I just need to double check this.
Okay, sure. Is it a boy or a girl or a eel? Will I
It's
know?
an
A
eel.
boy or a geel? Sorry.
A
I'm
geel?
sorry. I'm so
Just
sorry.
an eel.
Pretty sure that
Um,
experts in moray eels don't. It's very difficult to detect the sex.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. It's definitely it's like a moray. Imagine like a moray eel, but it's got a massive pair of like snake fangs
Yeah.
and like some like frilling around the neck. And like when you like first get close to it, because it's like a little bit startled, the like frills all like flare up,
Mm.
like the way a cobra like puffs
Yeah.
itself up. And
Nice.
they're like bright crimson red, and there's like red stripes running down the sides of its body, and it like hisses at you.
Yeah.
And I just make like a clucking noise with my tongue, and it like settles down.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it is fearsome in its aspect and reputation. That's its edge.
Nice. That's so cute. Does it let me touch it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. Once it like isn't taken aback and is like
Yeah.
comfortable, I think it's
Is
totally.
just like patting it. And Adi's thinking, these gills are pretty valuable if I can they can be used for many
Oh my
chemical
gosh.
compounds. This is quite a rare eel. A rare
Yeah.
creature.
Raised him myself.
Hmm.
Although Runt was abandoned by its
Oh.
parents.
By its parents.
Mm.
You were out in the wilds getting this thing.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta sleep rough by the docks. It happens.
And then, sorry, name is Thistle. Then Thistle gets punched in the kidney from behind. And Tasselin is like, ha ha!
I don't think that happens.
Resist the consequence.
I mean, like, yeah, what happens instead? Oh, you didn't have to roll for it.
I think he. Oh God, this is such a dick move. He goes to like he's like coming in to go for the kidney punch. He's like, oh yeah, I've got this. And then all of a sudden, from his perspective, he just suddenly is airborne.
Oh my gosh.
And from an outside perspective, we see that she's just like shifted her weight slightly and extended her foot like back and then hooked his front foot out from under him using his own momentum so that like instead of going forward, he just goes forward and back and his fist just goes, ah, and he falls on his
Yeah.
bum.
I think that's a good place to leave it for the day.
Marvelous.
as he hits
That's
the
so
ground.
good.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. All right. Let's do some experience questions. Who would like to start? Luke, do you want to do one of yours and then we can come back around to you?
I will start with poor Lost Belle.
Mm-hmm.
All spooky and alone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like that we all haven't realized that Belle is missing as well. Like
Yeah,
it
totally.
hasn't been long enough.
It'll take
yet.
a while, yeah.
Yeah, like
well, Belle's
Belle.
always spooking.
Belle wanders.
Spooking off, spooking about. Alright, so you addressed your challenge with knowledge or arcane power. I figured out the bullshit with the curse.
Yep.
So again, that's one for knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's maybe a case for convincing Nyrix to drown all those people, but that was less arcane power and more being friends with. I don't know. Is being friends with ghosts?
I think that counts.
Power?
I think that counts.
Yep, cool. All right, I'm a Mark 2. Express my drives, heritage background. Yeah, the Bell's attitude towards the murder-suicides.
Mm-hmm.
Like, them doing that, I think, was says a lot about their beliefs.
Yep.
And their drives. And then also, all of the, like, horrible Lockport ghosts at the end.
Yeah,
when they
I
were
think
being
that
dragged under.
Yeah, that was definitely your background.
And then I straight up dived into the canal. That was being reckless.
Yes.
Like right back at the beginning of the session. Yep. Also, I was just haunted as fuck. I was very haunted. I was like maximal hauntedness.
Haunted fuck.
And also, I overindulged my vice. So yes, I think I get 2.
Yes, you do.
Which fills my track. So when I come back, I'm
does.
Come back with new powers.
Yep, and remember to clear any wounds you might have.
Yes, I was already clear.
Oh, okay.
I had got my shit together. And I'm just gonna buy it now, and I'm gonna tell everyone what it is. Bell now has Tempest.
What does that do?
You can push yourself to do one of the following. Unleash a stroke of lightning as a weapon. Summon a storm in your immediate vicinity.
Okay.
It's the Whisper Special.
Neat. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's a me.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I can.
Cool.
Address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I think that I very obviously did that with the conversation we had with Bell Hooks.
100%.
That was very much those things. I would also argue that I addressed my conversation with Steb with calculation because I took advantage of a situation to, took advantage of his grief.
It also was inept conspiracy, but you trying to drug Tascalon was definitely a conspiring type.
So yeah.
I tried.
2 XP, yeah.
Cool. I expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, I think, with how I dealt with the grief that Steph was going through, and very much showing that I, wasn't really my...
Yeah, I think we saw that.
Yeah. And also I would say just kind of more generally around how Nightfall is changing her behavior now regarding, just dealing with having personal feelings at all and what that means and how she's kind of, changing her behavior around that.
She's very much discovering her own vulnerability.
Yeah, for sure. And then resisting that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then issues with vices or trauma. I gained a trauma of unstable and also, have been drugging up somewhat, which is related to my vice of pleasure and substances and
also you being unstable.
And also, being unstable. Even just like issues arising from my vice is that like one of the people I've hooked up with is now in my tower.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
I was gonna say, like it's really interesting because I don't think that the drugs that you've taken, the hallucinogens, are actually to do with your vice, right? Because your vice is about like pleasure, whereas the way that you've been engaging with that is stupor. And I think that's really interesting. That like it might be a situation where her vice might change, right? Like, I'm
crossing over that line a little bit.
Yeah.
I've now decided in the HBO version of the show, we totally have seen Thistle on screen before once during one of Nightfall's vice downtime montages.
Yep.
Like we just saw her back, like for a moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it was totally in the like previously on thing at the start of this episode. It was just like
amazing.
This random shot from that, and all the audience
was like,
"Wait, why the fuck is that? Something's about to happen."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So your question?
And Nightfall got a boyfriend.
Yeah. That was complications. Yeah.
No, he got a girlfriend. I do not have a boyfriend. Thank you very much.
It's a fine distinction. A fine distinction.
That is a very important distinction.
Stav is a man friend. Excuse you, Corin.
The Nile is not a river in Egypt, honey.
All right. Do you have any more questions you need to answer?
Nope, that's me.
Okay, cool. Who wants to go? It sounds like Derek wants to do next.
Yeah, I can go next. So I addressed a challenge with violence and coercion. Well, I beat the crap out of some contacts and made them lie for me. So
Yes, you did. That worked extremely well.
that worked extremely well. And was also using coercion in our negotiations with the Bell,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What are they called?
With the billhooks.
The bill hooks.
Bill hooks. Expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Well, I think me getting the crap beaten out of me sort of expressed my beliefs, which is, never give up
I
on your
saw
friends
that.
and
Yeah.
never talk to the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Drives, heritage, or background. I don't think there's anything else there.
Had a little snippet of your Severosian background when you were reciting your childhood poetry.
Your poem, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, does that count?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like of all the characters, Karn has the strongest, the most strongly articulated belief.
Yeah.
And that, like, if he were a Burning Wheel character, we could just straight up write down, like, I bleed for others, others don't bleed for me.
As a belief,
Yeah.
yeah.
Course of action, right? Like, yeah, it's already there.
Probably one of the easiest ones to do too, because it's very sort of noble and Paladinish, and
You have a move for it now.
Yep, definitely. Yep.
And struggled with issues from my vice. Well, like no trauma. I gained a trauma, and I think I kind of expressed that trauma a little bit in the shakedown of those contacts to lie for us. Because
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that definitely, like, that's what was so interesting to me, right? I was like, what are you using for this? And you were like command, and I'm like, really? Right?
Yeah.
And then yeah, but that was 100% vicious. Yeah.
Vicious streak. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could have just swayed him.
You could just ask them, but you decided to like ask with a fist, right? Like.
Yeah, but I had a cut lip and blood on my face.
Exactly. Yeah.
A black eye, and yeah, I just looked haunted as fuck. So
yeah, no, that was cool.
there we go.
Yeah. V.
All right, me. Okay, so just the challenge with technical skill of mayhem. Generally, a lot of technical skills. So, 2. So at least being a doctor, at least in name,
Yeah.
trying to show up, helping with that. Actually being a doctor and patching up Corin after.
Yep, and also
the beat up.
also the thing with the the power cuts.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That was
For
definitely
the
like technical
local
skill
police.
and mayhem.
and mayhem both. And then for heritage drives and heritage drives and background. I think we found out a little bit about Adi's background, like her mother's grave or what they did with that. And a little bit of like what the Eelary farmlands do in terms of the first burping was also quite a humorous
Yeah. Yep.
using side
Yep.
background.
But
I
I
don't
don't
think
we got to see like the community aspect of it, which was really nice.
which
Yeah.
was cute. So I'm taking 2 for that one, but I
Definitely.
don't think I have any vice or traumas this session.
Sure.
So I'll take
Cool.
those.
Luke, did you hit any of Thistle's XP questions?
Yes, I did. Sorry, my computer is slow.
That's all right.
All of a sudden. All right, there we go. Character sheet. So I did not address a challenge with tracking or violence because I didn't have to roll to find my boy. I think I did express my beliefs, drives, heritage, and background because it was the first time we met.
I think so.
Me.
Yep.
But I did not struggle with issues from my vice or traumas because I don't have traumas yet. I didn't do a vice.
Yep. Cool. All right. And then we can have a look at the crew.
The Artful
XP.
Dodgers, Governor.
Yes. Yes, that.
So we acquired new clients.
Yes, we did. Good job. So,
1 XP, yay! We contended with challenges above our current station. Yes.
Yes, the bill hooks are above your current station. They're
Looks
still above
are-
your current station.
Yeah, as they say, tier 2. Did we contend with anyone else? Not really. I mean,
wait. You
Nightfall's trauma should be like tier 4.
Corrin contended with a tier 3 faction.
Yeah, the Bluecoats.
That also, but the heat loss was also for Corrin.
Oh yeah, the citizens of whoever the fuck you beat up.
Well, a D was that as well.
Yep. Well, yeah, no, but Corrin's was specifically. There's a thing going on that the people that were previously looking for Taslan are higher rank than you. So yes.
Yep. Filling 2. Did we bolster our crew's reputation and develop a new one? I think Alana
100%.
was spot on earlier. I think we were both savvy and subtle.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Question: Did the fact that our closing gambit in the middle of a successful trade negotiation, that our closing gambit was also our whisper says you have a curse on you?
Yeah, I think you get 2 XP.
We can help. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Did we express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? I mean, we did. We started off separated.
We started off separated. We showed a certain amount of cool unity, but also we got to see
we met a new member of the crew.
And we got to see with Nightfall being having her development and the responses to that from a bunch of the people in the crew.
I was gonna say I really enjoyed Adi being like, yeah, don't worry about that, and Corin being like, yeah, okay, and this kind of
and that okay, we can them being aware of you having a hard time. I think was really cool. So I think
we take 2 for that.
Yeah, I think we do.
All right, good job, everyone. We filled the track.
Woo!
We get an advance.
So
we do.
Get an advance and a stash.
Do you all want to get a lair that is secure against ghosts?
Probs.
Or do we want one of the special abilities?
Yeah, this is the question.
There's some really good special abilities.
There are some excellent ones.
That's true.
So does that give us one more to our stash? So should we have 5?
Pardon?
What's our stash on now from that level up? Do we get?
We take 3 this time because we are now tier 1.
Ooh.
So everyone take yours up by.
So we should be on 7.
We should be on a total of 7. Yep.
Fantastic.
And because it's the end of the session, Thistle gets 3.
Yep. And I think so does Belle, because it doesn't say anything about you having to be present.
That's true.
It just says members of the crew.
Yep.
Nice.
So we get 7 what?
Stash.
You're up to 7 stash. So stash is the secondary currency.
Your retirement fund.
Yeah.
Because
Where is that on the sheet?
Undercoin.
Undercoin, yeah. So you can see on your sheet. Sorry, I just want to make sure that got this right. So you can see coin. You've currently got there's 4 boxes there that are white, and then under that there are a bunch of grey boxes. So you want to tick the first 7 of those grey boxes for stash.
Left to right.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that my very strong vote is that we take renegades to get those action ratings.
Yeah, I was thinking
that's a really strong option.
That is pretty great.
I actually like either the when you gain rep, gain 1+ rep, or the heat. -1 heat is also useful.
No, that's true.
Yeah, y'all have a tendency to hit the heat.
we heat up a lot. So
I was amazed that you managed to get away with 0 for that last one. I was sure that you were gonna have some oops, we accidentally set it on fire on the way out.
Yeah. So there's
I think the heat one would be amazing.
Give me. I just want to flick through the other crews.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it is possible there may be another one about heat that is.
Do we want to just discuss this off stream and we can?
Yeah, we should have a talk over next week and figure it out by next week.
Yep. Well then, in that case, let's do some shout outs. Luke, do you want to do your shout outs first? Or do you want to do shout outs?
Sorry, yes. Shout outs.
This was me very cleverly making you put the book down so we can talk about things off screen.
Yes. Shouting.
Hello.
I can do that. Hello, I'm Luke. I am a game designer that do a bunch of other things. If you'd like to buy games that I have written, you can find them at gamesfromthewildwood.itch.io. They are often spooky, often sad, and always sincere. If you would like to see games I am in the middle of writing, including my game about Space Family, which is going to be really good, you can find it at patreon.com/gamesfromthewildwood. I have a podcast. It's currently in a little bit of a hiatus, but it's still very good. We tell queer, intimate, fiction-first stories. You can find us on Twitter at feelingsfirst_. My non-capitalist shout-out of the day is spending time hanging out with your friends. It's real good.
Solid. Cool. Derek, shout-outs?
I'm Derek. I am one member of the Dice Stormers. You can find us on youtube.com/the Dice Stormers. And we play role-playing games of all different stripes. And my non-capitalist shout-out of the day is a check-in. I managed to check in with somebody earlier on this week, and it was a really timely thing. So if you see someone who's struggling, just have a check-in.
Yep. And also, like, checking in with, like, people that you're seeing every day, and, like, you're, as the other one is, like being, like, actually, like, we don't take the time to, like, check how we are. Like, that's also a really good one as well.
Yeah, nice.
Alana.
Hello, I am Alana. I have been and will continue to be Alana. That is what I do. I am on Twitter at Alana M. Cole. I'm also managing director of Queerly Represent Me, a charity that's doing cool stuff about queer representation in games. And you can find us on Twitter at Queerly Rep Me. My non-capitalist shout out is drinking enough water, because I have not been doing that and I feel better when I do. So drink some water. That is my one for tonight.
That's a good one. And then V.
Good one. Hello, I am V. Thank you for joining us today. What do? I am one half of Story Brewers Roleplaying. We write role-playing games like the Jane Austen role-playing game Good Society, which is now doing playtesting for its expansion, Pride, Prejudice, and Practical Magics. So that's exciting. So if you want Regency shade with a hint of illusion magic, that's where you want to be at.
That sounds amazing.
That's good.
I don't know if this is a non-capitalist plug, but today I went to the dentist. It was good. I had to pay money for it though.
I mean, yeah, but
unfortunate.
Like looking after your teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looking after your teeth, brush and floss. Like I've not been doing. So
yeah. Let's all revel in the sin. All right, cool. Well, I've been Ash. I've been your GM. This is my channel, so if you haven't already hit the follow button, smash that, because we play so many role-playing games here, and it's super rad. And then also a bunch of digital games as well. You can find me here on Twitch, also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, Patreon, if you want to support my ongoing game design work. At Acegiak, ACEGIAK, or you can find me at acegiak.net for like all of the games that I make. And also you can hire me as a GM if you want me to come play for you. That's the thing you can do. Other than that, thank you all so much for joining me. This was an absolutely brilliant session. Congrats team for like one of the most like efficient scores I've ever seen. And other than that, we will catch you later.